Meanwhile, former presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has called on political leaders and stakeholders to take decisive steps to protect Nigeria's democracy. In his Independence Day message on Monday, Atiku stressed the need for a unified effort to reclaim Nigeria's democratic ideals from looming threats of oppression. He noted that the 64th independence anniversary is not only a time for celebration, but also an opportunity to honor the resilience of Nigerians who believe in the nation's potential. Atiku expressed concern over the declining credibility of electoral process, blaming the ruling class for undermining its integrity. He also called for a strong, united opposition to safeguard a brighter future for the country. To discuss this, we're joined by public affairs analyst Odika. Moses, it's good to have you join us tonight. Is Nigeria teetering on the brink of a one-party dictatorship? If yes, what's the implication for the country's democratic future?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Nigerians. Well, unfortunately, like the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar said, yes, we know Nigeria should ordinarily be a multi-party democracy, but the current APC government has marshaled up plans to disorganize opposition political parties from every single ward in Nigeria up to the national level. That is why you see the PDP, that is supposed to be the main opposition political party. You have a minister of the government of President Bola Tinubu struggling in making all manner of inducement to ensure that the PDP does not form a common front. You also see it in Labour Party too. You see they are creating a proper fashion. Abure, his tenure expired, he's still hanging on. So when you look at all these things, you find out that there is hardly any opposition political party in Nigeria today that is speaking with one voice. And that is exactly what the government of the day wants. And mind you, this is not politics. All over the world, in some other places, you have what they call shadow government. Opposition political parties are always there. They're always on there watching what the ruling government or ruling political party is doing and directing the minds of the people. Because you know what they say, that when you're on the table, you observe table manners. If you're in the government, if you're a member of the APC, even if Nigeria becomes worse than it is, you are not expected as a member of the APC to say anything otherwise. So Nigeria and Nigeria democracy depends on the opposition. But unfortunately, these persons in government today who claimed ab initio that they were Democrats, we can see that they are working against every single tenet of democracy.
All right, let's look at his submission that, you acknowledge that there is need for opposition in every climb. And Atiku has emphasized that there is a need for the opposition parties to unite and reclaim a democracy. You highlighted yourself again, the crisis that is bedeviling some of these parties, the LP, the PDP, and other smaller parties. How feasible is this goal in light of the current political space in Nigeria?
Well, it's very, very feasible because that is the only way forward. You realize that Nigeria, what we have today is not sustainable as a political system. There is no section of the country, the economy that is working today. So definitely all the opposition political parties must join forces together to ensure that Nigerian democracy is retrieved from these people. Because what we have today is a certain person, certain cabal, they have hijacked the system.
Well, Moses, isn't it intriguing? Isn't it intriguing to you that the people that are in the ruling party were one-time PDP, and half of the people are in the same? They cross carpets, ceaselessly. What is the guarantee that if you have another opposition, perhaps get lucky and gain some momentum, that the same drama that we are seeing that's playing out will not replay itself again? Like we just in a loop moving forward. What needs to change beyond the parties coming together as a stronger opposition? What needs to change in the new dynamics of the opposition party to make it viable and long-term?
Yes, what needs to change is when you instill internal democracy, when political parties obey their own constitutions, that is when we'll begin to see the change. However, what the current APC government is doing is to make it impossible for the opposition political parties to thrive in the first place. Yes, you rightly said that several members of the ruling APC were once either in PDP or some other political parties, AD and the rest of them. But the interesting thing is that why those things happen, why those people were in the PDP then, the opposition was viable enough for them to join the opposition parties, for them to join the ruling parties. But in a situation whereby the current government is trying everything within its whims and caprices to ensure that opposition political parties do not thrive, it is undemocratic and it poses existential danger to our democracy and to our country, Nigeria.
All right, Moses, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you for speaking with us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.